Sugar or glucose, a primary source of energy to your body, floats in your blood from the carbs you eat, like fuel needed for energy to run your car. The levels fluctuate every minute of your lifetime. Still, the body maintains a normal range through the secretion of two pancreatic hormones, insulin and glucagon. Insulin is released when the glucose level in your blood rises, and glucagon is released when your blood glucose level falls, causing the liver to release stored glucose as glycogen into the bloodstream. This process is called glycogenolysis, thereby increasing the level of glucose in the bloodstream. HbA1c is also called glycosylated hemoglobin. The glucose in your blood reacts with the amino acid groups on the hemoglobin molecule, forming a ketamine. HbA1c formation is proportional to the blood glucose concentrations. Because the average red blood cell life is approximately 120 days, the glycosylated hemoglobin level reflects the intermediate blood glucose level during the previous 2 to 3 months. A fasting blood sugar level of 99 milligrams per dil or 5.6 millimoles per dil or lower is average. 100 to 125 milligrams per dil indicates you have prediabetes, and 126 milligrams per dil or higher means you have diabetes. This test is a key to performing to check whether you have diabetes. HbA1c blood test gives information about your blood sugar levels for approximately 3 months. It is also referred to as the memory test to check on your blood sugar for the past 3 months. In other words, it gives a mean average level in your blood at any time. If you do a morning fasting level, it reveals the blood sugar level at that moment. In this test, you will get the average blood sugar value for the past 2 to 3 months as said before. That is why it is also called a memory test. If you are on medication for diabetes, this test measures average blood sugar over 2 to 3 months. The results tells you how well your diabetes treatment plans work when you have diabetes type 1 or type 2. You should have an HbA1c test at least 2 times each year if you have diabetes. It's not a fasting test. You can take it at any time of the day before or after eating because it gives the average for the past 2 to 3 months. Glucose in your bloodstream is lodged in the hemoglobin, the blood pigment which carries oxygen from the lungs to each cell in your body. Glucose gets into the red cells and coats the hemoglobin as mentioned before. So this test measures how much of your hemoglobin is covered with sugar. For people without diabetes, the normal range for the hemoglobin A1C level is between 4% and 5.6%. Hemoglobin A1C levels between 5.7 and 6.4 mean you have prediabetes and a high chance of getting diabetes. Levels of 6.5% or higher mean you have diabetes. Non-diabetics can have a high HbA1c, but that does not mean diabetes. According to a study by Elizabeth Selvin, a single elevated A1c level greater than 6% was found in the general population with no history of diabetes. If you have diabetes, an ideal HbA1c level is 48 millimoles per mole or 6.5% or below. A person with diabetes is on the borderline situation for a hypoglycemic attack with this number, that is 6.5% or below. So the doctors will tell you to keep it under 7.2%. The pigment hemoglobin, which carries oxygen for distribution to each cell in the body, plays an integral part in the HbA1c test as mentioned before. Glucose goes into your red cells and coats on the molecules of hemoglobin. The more glucose you have in your blood, the more coated hemoglobin molecules you have. Hemoglobin A1C or HbA1c, also called glycosylated hemoglobin, is a hemoglobin compound produced when glucose reacts with the amino group on a hemoglobin molecule forming ketamine. The glucose molecule is attached to one or both N-terminal valines of the beta polypeptide chains of normal adult hemoglobin. The A1C measures how much of your hemoglobin is coated with sugar. The higher your level, the greater your chances for problems down the road. That means your blood sugar control plan isn't working at its best. Performing this test every 3 months until the diabetes situation is well controlled helps the doctor fine-tune your diabetic management. So viewers, please take the readings from this test and take all measures such as eating a low glycemic plant-based diet, controlling your blood sugar with medication your doctor has prescribed, and mostly a daily walk for 1 or more hours daily. If you have type 1 diabetes, HbA1c test needs to be done 3 to 4 times each year. If you are a pre-diabetic, once a year test is sufficient. And if you have type 2 diabetes, once in 6 months would suffice. If this test is done on a person who does not have diabetes, the HbA1c examination will reveal that the result would be below 5.7 as mentioned earlier. What happens if HbA1c is high? If your HbA1c levels are high, it may be a sign of diabetes, a chronic condition that can cause serious health problems including heart disease, kidney disease and nerve damage. The fastest way to reduce your HbA1c is lifestyle to lower HbA1c, lose weight, exercise, quit smoking, get more sleep. Dietary changes that may lower hemoglobin 1AC, avoid sugar and processed carbs, increase fruits, vegetables and fiber, and a Mediterranean diet. Supplements that may lower hemoglobin 1C are cinnamon. Cinnamon supplements are either made from whole cinnamon powder or an extract. American ginseng, probiotics, aloe vera, berberine, vitamin D, gymnema, magnesium, chromium. Discuss supplements with your doctor, especially if you are taking medicine or insulin for diabetes. Some of the above accessories may interact with medications and raise the risk of blood sugar dropping too low. I hope this presentation has given the importance of maintaining an HbA1c within a specific range that reveal well control of your diabetes. Stay safe and goodbye for now.